Hey YouTube, it's me, Zen, the one and only. Just giving you guys a heads up before we start this story video. I recently haven't been posting much, obviously, since I wasn't here for 3 months. Life happens, school got in the way, work, and other stuff. Same time though, I will be doing a double upload. So meaning that if you guys are watching this video specifically, let's say Tuesday, which if you're living in an Eastern time, you'll be getting it early. But if you guys are watching it, let's say another day, different time zones, yada yada yada, you might see a second video being uploaded or another one. So this week will be a double upload. So, to repay my respects for not uploading for the longest. Besides all of that, let's start this story video. Hope you guys enjoy it. So the year is 2022, and your boy is pretty broke. I was 17 years old at the time. My mom ended up recommending me to work at our local theater house called Cineplex. And if you're a Canadian living in Canada, either in Toronto, Ontario, anywhere, specifically Quebec, where I live in a city called Montreal, there's a theater chain called Cineplex. It's one of the popular Cineplex theaters out there that mostly everybody go. I mean, there's other theaters that's bootleg, but the main one is this one. And I happily live close by it because in my own mall, we end up having one inside. So I was thinking either if I wanted to go to the one downtown where my godbrother works and a manager who I know there personally works there as well. But my own mother told me this is just to, work at the one that's closest to me. That's way easier, and instead of taking the metro, that's where all the homeless and crackheads and bums and whatever danger lies inside of there can easily harm my 17-year-old ass. So I said, you know what, screw it, let me just apply online, get everything done, and just see if they will hire. Tell me why the second I applied, I got a phone call under 2 minutes. I was like, bruh, that fast? They were really desperate for some people? Okay, regardless or not, I ended up talking to one of the managers there that used to work and ended up asking her some questions. And that was basically it after the interview. And then learning which day I start, I end up getting my information from email, yada, yada, yada. And that was basically it. And I just waited till that day happened. But first thing first, before you have to go there and work, they have to sign you up for training. Not training in person before. It's actually training online in their own personal academy. And I gotta tell you, this had to be the worst ever training I ever got in my life. Not like the stuff was easy to do. It was just one particular question and was pissing me off. Even though it was doing like a whole ABC guess your answer thing, you have to perfectly score 100%. 100%. So at times I was like not really caring. And it was about a ladder quiz. The person who ever made that kind of question probably hated life, for real. Like, I just don't get that. How can you make a ladder quiz that difficult with a point you have to keep on rewinding, re-listening, probably around 100 times, making sure you didn't screw up the question, making sure you have to precisely click on the right thing, take a picture, and then reread every single question you see that was right and wrong, redo it again, but wait, it sometimes resets the whole question just to pass that one last part of the course so I can get my $80. Crazy, just crazy just to see that. And if you're like a Cineplex employer and you probably done that before, right before the whole training thing happened, I really want to know what's your reaction. Like, tell me it. Like, I wouldn't mind reading the comment and probably post it on like the next part of this story. Because Jesus, I just don't get who will just do something like that. Regardless or not, I completed it. I got my money. Then I guess like the week after, I think it was like on a Thursday after classes, I got my clothing, I got my cap, I was ready. Well, the first thing we had to go do was going upstairs to see the art manager. Sake of this video, I'm just gonna call her Fanny. I saw the manager. I saw some familiar faces that I used to hang out with and saw in my old high school in the same time. Even people who I met back when I was a kid. So it was like a little new thing. And also I saw some new people. Anyways, besides the point. At the time, we were sitting down listening about the rules of Cineplex, how we're supposed to respect the guests, speak French, and make sure we're doing all the proper steps. If we're doing it on floor or we're doing it on concession. I'm gonna be honest with you, from this whole entire thing, I was dozing off. I was like listening but dozing off at the same time. It's like I was multitasking, sleeping, listening. But either way, she let us go to our first supervisor so they can teach us how to do floor. Some of the others were doing con, so they had to go to the next day or else just do their short hour shift and go home. First time meeting him was actually pretty interesting. He was pretty cool. Got to know his name. His name was Quan, and figuring out his whole humor and personality under one shift of training was really cool. Same time, I even met his other friend named Jay, just for short. Can't really say most of their names like that, the real one. After the whole training course of me knowing about how using the popcorn machines, getting use of the checklist, bathroom checks, theater checks, everything else, ripping out guest tickets, guiding them which theater they have to go see the films, yada yada yada, the basic stuff that you have to do on a ticket booth / floor, my shift was done. Then I went home, started talking about it with my mom, and then relaxed. My next day, on a Sunday, I was working on floor again from 11 to 6. Easy hours. From that, I was like basically doing the main task that I was trained from the other day before. At the near end of my shift, near to the night, because it was like becoming to winter or stuff, I end up seeing Quan and other worker talking to a random girl. I was like, oh, okay. I don't mind like snooping in, listening to some conversations. At least I can get to learn more about the job. End up hearing their whole conversation, and my mood went from happy to concern. What I've heard from the person, they used to work there, and they end up saying some stuff that I shouldn't be hearing. How the managers have a major beef. Like, I'm talking about like drama beef. There was like 2 managers beefing on each other. Another manager was just like not trying to get themselves involved. Even her yelling at Vanny once before because of some kind of situation. End up telling Quan about her own true colors as well. I even have to sit in and hear like, wait, is this like really the manager who she really is? Because when I met upstairs, she was like pretty nice. I never know she was acting like all that. And until she shook her head, even Quan told me, yeah, she kind of does like that. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna just forget about it. It ain't gonna concern me. And that's about it. Unfortunately, guys, I might have to stop the story right here. But don't worry. If this video go up to like, let's say 100 views or higher than that, which I'm thinking it might will, I wouldn't mind making a whole series about my work experience working at Cineplex. I wouldn't mind. It's actually pretty fun to actually explaining it to everybody in the world, how I actually start working in a theater house. In the same time, I'm also thinking about making other series in the channel besides this one. Probably talking about my high school days and my real life stuff that happens. I wouldn't mind making it, but I'm also thinking of finding an animator that will make it more easier for you guys to learn about the story. But anyways, this was fun explaining about my first experience of working at Cineplex, but don't worry, there'll be more. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys love this video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe upon notifications so that you guys know for the next upload, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.